Hello people. Yeah. Hello everyone. So welcome to Voice for You. I'm actually excited. Whenever I kind of on my camera, I don't know why I'm always smiling. I'm blushing. I don't know why. But yeah, welcome to today's video. So I just want to thank everyone who's been watching my video. I don't know why I'm excited, but I'm actually excited whenever I on this video or on my camera to film. And I want to tell everyone, thank you. Please make sure to subscribe. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to like the video if you actually like what I'm sharing on here. So let's just jump on today's topic. So today I'll be talking about how to deal with disappointment / rejection in business. I've discussed this topic on my podcast, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to talk about it again on here. Rejection can feel so hard. Rejection, disappointment, is that one thing we don't wish to actually happen to us. Is that one thing we kind of but guess what, it's something that is still going to happen, especially in business, which is the term we are talking about here. Especially in business, or especially in any creative industry you are looking to go into, this is something that is bound to happen. So today I'll be talking about how to deal with rejection and disappointment. I have my phone on here, so I'm kind of looking through it. I have like 8 lines here. Like I have like 8 topics I'll be discussing about on how to deal with rejection. Let's talk about rejection when it comes to business. There is so many things. There is so many ways that you can face rejection and disappointment in business. It might be in loan. You might apply for loan and you're not going to be granted the loan. Maybe because your credit score is bad. Maybe because you don't just qualify. Maybe you don't have the right papers, or you don't have the right qualifications. That can actually bring you down. When it comes to applying to loan, that can be part of disappointment you can face. When it comes to sales, tell me about it. Like, you make all these plans, you invest in all these marketing skills, like you are like, everything is like in your head, you've already calculated the money and the amount of things people are going to buy, but when you launch it feels like everybody disappeared. It feels like every other person that have been telling you, oh, launch this, I'm going to buy it from you, it feels like all of them disappear when you launch. So that can be part of the disappointment you face. Another thing again is when something you plan doesn't go well, or when something you plan doesn't go the way you expected. I'm a fashion designer by profession. And talk about disappointment, I experienced it. I don't know if you have ever had this perfection of dresses on Instagram and you saved it, and for you to go make it, this is for me as a designer, and for you to go make it, and at the end of it, it feels like, how the hell did I just do? This was not my intention, this was not my plan anyways. So that can actually cause disappointment, or like that can actually make you feel rejected or disappointed. Like I've been in the fashion industry since 2016 or 15, let's just say 16 years, and I still face disappointments, like disappointments of putting an application. I apart from being a designer and making clothes for other people, I also reach out to companies to work with them in different ways that other designers do and other designers don't. But I'm that kind of person. I love to spread my wings. I love to work with every other people. So I kind of send in applications to either do a pop-up show, or there's so many things I send in application for, and most of the times I still get a no, and that can be disappointing. That can be heartbreaking. Another disappointment we face in business is investing so much and it doesn't actually come true. Another disappointment we face, I just kind of thinking about now, is even having a YouTube channel. You put in so much work in producing these videos and it feels like no one is watching. But there's something I actually want to say before I go into how to deal with disappointment and rejection. People are watching. You might think people are not watching. People are watching. As much as I've experienced disappointments, as much as I've experienced rejection, trust me, I've experienced amazing grace. I've experienced amazing people that I've never seen before, that I've never spoken to before, reach out to me and they're like, girl, I have this, can you help me out? My customers are like 70, maybe say 60% from social media, and these are the people I don't know, and these are people I've not met before. But like, I will keep saying it. I have a podcast I recorded when it talks about showing up. I'm going to link that below. Showing up, like when you learn how to show up, when you learn how to show up, it becomes a backup for you when you get disappointed and rejected. I'm actually going to link the podcast where I talked about how to show up even when you don't want to. So let's go back to how to deal with rejection. I've named different type of rejection. Rejection from family, rejection from businesses, rejection from workplace, like all different type of rejection we face and the disappointment we face in business. There's so many of them. I don't want to go on and keep listing them. There's so many of them. Even you watching me now, I'm very sure in your head you already have like one or two you're already thinking of. But on here, I'm going to give you 8 ways of how to deal with rejection, most especially in business or in any creative idea you have in mind that you want to do. And I believe this is an important lesson to anyone who is looking to go into any business or into any field. Have these 8 methods in mind, and trust me, you are going to be fine. And the methods I'm going to give you is not like a method you have to do today or tomorrow. It's something you have to consistently do to see results. So the first one is cry it out. I know maybe you guys are waiting for a good lineup. No, we are going, like, I'm literally coming to your homes today. So it's going to be cry it out. Don't hold it back. Don't hold your tears back. Cry it out. We all have different ways of crying. If you like to cry to people, maybe friends, your lovers, or whoever, anybody, your mentor, your coach, cry, but make sure you are crying it out. Like, don't hold back the tears. Some of us out here are being the strong black woman, but learn to cry it out. Like, crying actually helps. Don't expect disappointment, but depends on the term of at times it's actually good to have some expectation for disappointment. Let me explain. No one should come from me. Let me explain. This is business. Business is risk. Starting your own thing is risk. It is risky. Like, it's super risky. So I feel like disappointments and rejection is something you should expect. It's not everybody out there that is going to accept you for who you are. It's not everybody out there that is going to accept your product. Some people. Sorry guys, my camera died, so I had to bring it back on. So yeah, here we go. So I was talking about disappointment. Like, at times it's actually good to expect it, but not all the time. Don't get me wrong. More of like, you're going to do you're investing so much in marketing to market a particular product you launched, and let me tell you, business is risk, because you don't know who's going to buy and who's not going to buy, unless if you're already a very big brand that people already know. And I don't know but like, your things are going to sell out. Like, yeah, even those that still sell out, they end up getting like so many returns, maybe because things didn't fit and something didn't go well, maybe the product didn't deliver. If you're even doing online course, maybe the video just decided to crash when the person spent so much money. So when they maybe send back their review, you kind of get pissed. So disappointment is going to come, and that's the reason why you have to prep before the disappointment happen. 1, you have to know that disappointment is going to happen. 2, you have to prep for the disappointment. And 3, so when it happens, you know how to handle it. That's what I mean, expect disappointment. One good example, you have an online class or you have an online course. Things are going to happen whenever you want to do your webinar. Things are going to happen. The link might crash. You maybe try to launch your online site and something just happens. Part of the video is missing. Trying to predict these disappointments will actually help you to prep how to make it good when it actually happens. So at times, expecting disappointment will actually help you not to give you mental health issues till when it happens. So it's always good to prep earlier. So the third one is talk it out to someone. Look for someone to speak to. Like, just look for someone to speak to. The things one thing we have to avoid as business owners or entrepreneurs or creative people is the mental health, the depression that comes with owning your own business. That is something people actually don't talk about. But me owning my business since 2015 and doing it all by myself, yeah, it's something people should actually be talking about the more. The money is good, the bag is good, but getting through the bag can actually give you so much mental health issues, and that's something we need to actually avoid. And for if you have not started, I'm not actually trying to scare you, but these are the things you have to like owning a business or owning your own thing is not for the weak. Yeah, I would say that it's not for everyone. So you actually have to learn how to just how to deal with your mental health. The number 4 is practice acceptance. Guess what? You are alone in this because only you can take care of yourself. Example, if you are going into business or something of sort, disappointment is going to happen. This was like the third one I said, practice acceptance. I said this in my last video. No one is going to do things for you. You have to do it for yourself. You have to accept yourself the way you are. Let's not go over there. Do you know how long I have put away doing YouTube video? Do you know how long I've put away starting my podcast? Do you know how long I've put away procrastinating, doing so many things because I was always like, I'm not good for this, I'm not good for this. But guess what? All those things I was avoiding years back and I started them. Guess what? Those things are still going to come back because guess what? Those things are still going to happen. Like the fact that you decided to delay to start it after 3 years doesn't mean that all those things you're running away from are actually going to just end there. No, they're going to come back with you. One example, when I started my podcast, someone very close to me mentioned, the person was like, oh, I don't like the way you sound. Like, I just started a podcast. Like, you telling me you don't like the way I sound? That was like, you know how long it took me to like kind of embrace and love the way I talk, and not someone very close to me telling me that. But guess what? That didn't stop me. And guess what's on YouTube now? Hey, so yeah, don't mind me. The Nigerian in me just keeps coming out. So yeah, number 5 is accept your feelings. It will make it easier than fighting your feelings. When disappointment happens, accept it. Accept that you didn't do this right. When in business or when you're starting any creative idea or any creative trying to go into the industry, you have to accept your mistakes. If you are stubborn and you're stubborn to your own self and you're not accepting your mistake, I am sorry, but I don't think this business is for you, or business entirely is for you. You have to learn how to accept your mistakes and do know what, correct them. The other one is remember something. Disappointing things happen and you are not the disappointment. It happens when it comes to business and starting a business and so many other things. It happens, but just know that you are not the disappointment. Disappointing things happen and it's just going to keep happening. The more you grow, the more it's going to keep happening. I'm just trying to rush here. Remember, you're in control of your emotions and your decisions. Remember that everything still comes back to you and you are the one that is going to make the right choice. You are not going to make the right choice maybe on your first time or your first year, your second year, or third year, but guess what? You keep moving and people will keep seeing you. So that is it, and you keep making wrong decisions and making them right. So the final one I have here is find a way to cope. If you face disappointments, it's always good to always find a coping mechanism. Try many things and find what works for you. For me, everybody have their own way, but for me, currently, I love to run. I love to like take jog. I like to walk, take a like jog or something. Just get out from my house or get out from like, because I work from I still have my 9 to 5. I go out for that, but when I work from my home, so it can actually be too much, and at times I like to like jog or go out, and that's actually a very good coping mechanism for me. It's good to pray. Yeah, prayer works. Yeah, that works, but I will advise you should get a coping mechanism. Maybe listening to music, maybe dancing. Find a coping mechanism. You might not understand how important it is to whenever something hits you bad. Yeah. So I'm just going to end this video here. Please, let's learn how to deal with disappointment and rejection. This is something your coaches might actually not tell you. Yes, or those are selling you how to make millions and thousands. No one is going to tell you this. Entrepreneur, sorry to say this, but business owners kill themselves. Business owners commit suicide. So they have to go this route, but yes, it happens. And I feel like if at your early stage you are starting and you're getting to understand that this is the things you're actually getting yourself involved with, it will help you plan and be a success or succeed. Yeah, so for the scarf I have on, I guess you guys can see my beautiful head wrap. So it's from Fashion Voice. I'm going to link where I got my scarf below, so you guys should make sure to support Fashion Voice head wrap. So yeah, and thank you all for listening to me today, and see you guys next time, and please stay safe. If you have any question, make sure to comment down below. Make sure to subscribe, and yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.